Hi, welcome to 512 Talk, our weekly wrap-up of tech news in Austin. Omar, you wrote about a stand-up desk this week and Kickstarter. What's going on there?
Yeah, so standing desks, the desks where you stand up and do your little typing, are all the rage, and I had been kind of pricing them and looking at them. There's a company in Austin that does them called Uplift that I saw at South by Southwest, but they're kind of expensive. They start at $500 or so, and I started looking for alternatives, and I stumbled on this Kickstarter for a cardboard standing desk.
Wow.
And literally, it's a box. You stick it on your desk. It's got two levels. You put your keyboard on it and your monitor, your laptop on top, and for under $30, which is pricing-wise is great, but then you got to wonder, like, do you really trust your iMac sitting on top of two cardboard boxes that could topple over at any moment, or you spill a drink on it and suddenly you have a soggy desk?
Right.
So-
Well, cardboard can be sturdy. I mean,
They look sturdy, and they
Yeah,
actually
I
are
think-
shaped in a way that it's definitely got some heft to it and some sturdiness. But again, like, how heavy a thing can you have two monitors? What do you do there?
Right.
And the surprising thing to me about it was that it's one of 4 or 5 successful Kickstarter projects like that. There's one that's actually the full-blown standing desk that folds out that you can just carry it around. You're Mr. Cardboard Man walking around with your desk
I
all
like
day.
it. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Okay, so they are raising money.
They are, yeah. That one, oh, I totally blanked on the name.
The company.
Yeah, I totally blanked on the name. I'm gonna have to. Switch Stance.
Ah!
Switch Stance was fully funded. They
Right.
were only looking for about $4,000, which I guess buys you a lot of cardboard. And then there's the other previous ones that are already on sale. They're way past the Kickstarter stage. So you can, if you just do a search for cardboard standing desk, you'll come up with at least 4 or 5 options under $50.
But you are not investing or backing at this time.
I think my wife is going to veto. She looked at it. She took one look at it, like, nope.
Okay, I might follow up. I'm intrigued.
So Lori, you wrote about a small company that's doing something really interesting, female-led company.
Yes, it's a new startup in Austin. It's called Everly Well, and it was founded by a woman named Julia Cheek, and she started
They
it.
say Everly Well.
Yeah.
By Everly Well.
And she started it in Dallas. And when she started to raise money, what they do is home diagnostic testing, so fertility testing and various allergy testing, and they're expanding into other cardiovascular, other areas. But she started it in Dallas, and she's heard from investors. They said, we will back you, but if you don't want to move to Silicon Valley, you have to move to Austin.
Oh, wow.
Because that is where the entrepreneurial community is. That's where you're going to connect with people. And so she raised $2.5 million, mainly from Dallas-based investors, moved the company to Austin, and now they are launching their first services and adding people and growing. So she really did tap in. She said it was the best move because the people.
More biotech in Austin.
More biotech in Austin, a startup. It's going to be a really interesting company to watch.
Great. Well, we've got Lilly Rockwell coming up next.
Thanks. So AMD came out with earnings yesterday, and they it sounds like they were pretty interesting.
They did. So AMD is one of the largest tech employers in Central Texas. They employ about 1,500 people in this area, so they're definitely one of the companies we watch. And they've been having a tough time lately. They're not profitable right now. Last year was a rough year for them. Their revenue fell, and so a lot of people are sort of watching this first quarter of 2016 to see how they did and are they on the road to profitability again. And what was interesting about their earnings is it was disappointing in terms of, their revenue was down compared to the same quarter last year, and they're still not profitable, although they narrowed their profit loss. But investors reacted really positively, and that's in part because A, they did better than they expected, and then B, they announced this new licensing agreement, a joint venture with a Chinese-backed entity that basically allows their server processors to be manufactured in China. And it's a good deal for them because they were going to earn, I think it was about $290 million plus future royalties off this agreement. And so there was a lot of positive reaction as a result of that agreement.
So Wall Street liked it. What's going on with its stock?
Yeah, I just checked, and their stock is up 36% today, which is a huge jump for AMD. I believe prior to today, year to date, it was down about 10%. So it's definitely a big increase for them.